Hey, want to hear a question that will probably keep you up at night? I'm guessing you might not want to, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you think that we are alone in this universe? Now that question might not seem like much, but the more you think about it, the creepier it gets. If we are alone, then we are just small, insignificant specks in the vast and evil vacuum of space. We all as humans are jumbled together on a tiny planet, 7.5 billion of us, floating around on the outskirts of a gigantic galaxy, in a gigantic supercluster in a gigantic universe. Makes you feel lonely, doesn't it? Slightly claustrophobic too, but fear not. There is a chance that there are aliens out there, keeping us company in our loneliness. Because if you think about it, there are too many planets in just our Milky Way alone for life not to exist on at least one of them. Now, you might be thinking, great, why haven't we met them yet? Well, there are a few reasons for that. The most depressing one is that there always is a chance that we actually are alone. That there are no aliens and there is no one out there to keep poor lonely Earth company. On a slightly happier note, it is also possible that all of the aliens out there are just plants. Think about it. The word alien just means foreigner, which is a fancy way of saying that something or someone is not from here. And when I say here, I could be referring to not only a planet, but also a continent or a country. A better name for alien would be extraterrestrial, which means not from Earth. And that means a plant could also be an extraterrestrial. And honestly, I don't think a plant could build a rocket ship to come visit us. And that leads us into another reason that aliens aren't talking to us. It is because they're just not smart enough to do that yet. If all the aliens out there are still in the caveman stages of their evolution, or if they're just animals like alien dinosaurs or other alien creatures, they also wouldn't be able to build a spaceship to come to us. But okay, what if there are smart aliens out there? Why haven't they communicated with us? There could be 3 reasons for that. One is that they haven't discovered us yet. Think about it. If we haven't discovered aliens, why do we think that aliens have discovered us? What if there are aliens out there, asking the same question we are, if they are alone in the universe? Reason 2 is that aliens might actually have discovered us, and they did send a signal, but the signal is taking too long to reach here. Usually, signals use light to travel through space. That's how astronauts talk in space, converting sound to light, sending it through space, and converting it back to sound again. And even though light is fast, it still takes time to go through space. So if you send a text to someone in the closest solar system to ours, the text would only arrive 4 years after you sent it. And there are some places that will take even longer. So if there are aliens who discovered us and sent a signal, we probably will only get it hundreds or thousands of years after they sent it. And by that time, the aliens could be extinct. Reason number 3 is that maybe they have discovered us, but they don't want to talk to us. What if there's a super smart alien civilization out there? Aliens that probably invented flying cars before planet Earth was even created. It is possible that aliens who have found us just looked at us, saw a bunch of stupid walking monkeys, and decided we just aren't worth communicating with. Imagine if a human tried to explain to an ant how to make a rocket ship. And if the aliens look at us and think that we're too dumb compared to them, they will leave us alone. Because what's the point of teaching us humans the complicated things that go on in the super brains of aliens? Okay, now I probably made you feel a little stupid, so let me backtrack and explain some smart stuff to you. Be prepared, this might get a little complicated, so you can always pause and rewind if you want to. Another question that comes to mind when talking about aliens is why haven't we discovered any? That is mostly because everything is so far away from us. We already know that it's impossible to have life on any planet near us because Mercury is too hot, Venus is toxic, Mars is too cold, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune don't have anything to stand on, and Pluto's way too cold. Our best bet on finding life is by looking outside of our solar system. The closest star to planet Earth is Alpha Centauri. It is almost 4.5 light years away from us. That means it takes light, which is the fastest thing in the universe, the thing that can travel 200,000 miles in a second, a whole 4 years to make it there. With the current technology of our rocket ships, it would take 100 years to make it there. So that just simply won't do. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but you don't have to go to a planet, just look through a telescope, see if you can see any cities on other planets. The problem is, that won't work either. Like I explained before, light takes time to travel. And if you watched my video about light, you also know that to be able to see something, light has to bounce off of the thing and into your eyes. Now that works great if you're really close to something, since light travels very fast and you can't see the delay between turning on the light and being able to see. But when something is very far away, it doesn't work like that. Imagine you have a flashlight, and also imagine that you are 10 years old. You point the flashlight into the sky and turn it on. Then, after 5 seconds, you turn it off. Now, there is a 5-second long beam of light traveling through outer space. It is slowly moving towards a planet with aliens on it. You walk away, live a happy life, and die at the age of 110. But the light is still going. Then, 500 years after you shined that light, it goes into the telescope of an alien. What does the alien see? He sees you, a 10-year-old kid, shining a flashlight for 5 seconds. Even though it's been 500 years since you flashed that light, the alien is only seeing it now. Even though you've been dead for 400 years, the alien still sees you, flashing light at the age of 10. So, the alien is looking back in time. Now that could be really, really cool, but it happens all the time. There's no way to avoid that from happening. So if we look at a planet with a super strong telescope, and that planet is 100 million light years away from us, we will actually be looking at how the planet looked like 100 million years ago. So if we look at a planet that has aliens on it, we wouldn't see them, because we would be looking at the planet before aliens evolved on it. That is the coolest and most annoying thing that Einstein proved. This has been Event Horizon, Season 1, Episode 6, Aliens, Will They Kill Us? If you liked the video, please consider subscribing for more episodes with easy answers for hard questions. And remember, no question is too stupid to be asked.